mystery gradually reveal the true identity of the killer. Teasing the audience with false leads can be a powerful way to keep them on the edge of their seat and invested in the storyline.
As I have said, if I were in an area where it is culturally appropriate and where there are no other options, then I would consider eating insect dogs.
A mysterious stranger with a love of animals. This stranger has been seen hanging around the neighborhood, feeding strays and playing with local dogs. They seem like a friendly and trustworthy person, but a few mysterious occurrences have made the main characters suspicious and wonder if they have a nefarious motive.
It is possible to compromise your beliefs in order to respect those of others. D. Doggy side. If you are willing to eat chickens indirectly, while being a vegetarian, why not enjoy eating insect dogs indirectly, especially when sanctioned by local tribal chieftains in exotic territories where it is culturally appropriate and there are no other options.
In a fictional screenplay, it's up to the writer to determine who is killing dogs in the neighborhood. It could be a serial killer, a group of teenagers, a shady politician, a disgruntled employee working at a dog shelter, a rival drug dealer, or a corrupt police officer, among other possibilities. The important thing is to create a compelling and believable story that keeps the audience engaged and wanting to know more. Additionally, it's essential to give the killer a motive that makes sense within the context of the story and to make sure the killer's actions and motivations are consistent throughout the screenplay. Remember, a good villain can make or break a story. Rufus is an adorable, playful dog who has an innate capacity for joy and happiness. He's a loyal and devoted companion who loves both Magnolia and Harold unconditionally, and he's always eager to please. Despite his playful demeanor, Rufus can also be surprisingly perceptive and empathetic, able to sense when his humans are going through a tough time and offer them comfort and support. In many ways, Rufus represents the simple beauty and love that exists in the world, and he reminds us of the power of connection and the importance of having a loyal, loving companion by our side. As a character, Magnolia is a complex individual with a range of emotions and motivations. She's tough on the outside, with a no-nonsense attitude, but on the inside, she's vulnerable and sensitive. She's fiercely independent and can be cold and aloof towards others, but she also has a deep capacity for love and compassion. She's driven by a strong sense of purpose, but she can also be reckless and impulsive in her pursuit of it. Despite her flaws, Magnolia is ultimately a heroic figure who is willing to go to great lengths to defend those she cares about. In the end, she's a deeply multidimensional character who invites the viewer to question their own assumptions about right and wrong, and to consider what it truly means to be a person of courage. As Magnolia walks out of the kitchen, she runs into Teddy. He yaps and jumps up at her, getting her silk robe all dirty. She lets out a small sigh of frustration and starts to clean her robe with a napkin. Suddenly, there's a ring at the door. Magnolia rolls her eyes. She knows it's probably another one of Harold's clients or suppliers. She takes a breath and answers the door.
Psychologist. C. I. A critical puppy eye. I think that this is an adorable metaphor. And, in order to, refers to purpose, and, order supremacy, refers to the actual concept of order itself. In order to, talks about purpose, and, order supremacy, talks about how the world should be organized.
Adolf Hitler and Donald Trump are two very different individuals, but they both share one important thing in common. They are both narcissistic sociopaths who are willing to do whatever it takes to achieve their own personal power and domination. Both men are capable of extreme brutality and violence in order to get what they want, and they both have a complete lack of empathy and regard for human life. Their rise to power is based on exploiting the fears and hatred of the masses, and their regimes are built on fear, oppression, and brutality.
A police officer who doesn't like dogs. This officer has been seen mistreating local dogs and seems to have a deep distaste for them. The main characters begin to wonder if he is taking out his anger and frustration on the dogs.
But if what you are getting at is an orderly society which oppresses or persecutes people who are different from it, no, I do not believe in that kind of order. D. Doggy side. In a logical naturalist ontology, this is order is supreme need. Psychologist. C. I would say that I use a logical naturalist ontology. This means that I look at logic, evidence, and empirical science in order to understand and analyze the world around me. I think that logic and science are the most reliable methods we have for understanding our world, and for making the world a better place. Do you have a different ideology?
Bro, have you seen my chapstick? My hair's a total mess right now. Gotta get that man bun going. Yeah, Harold's complaining about my hair again. He likes it long, he just wants it up in the man bun. No! Oh my God! Alright, Rivera. I've had enough of your bullshit. You're getting to do the doggy case. I'm out there trying to arrest George Floyd. I'm gonna go to prison the next time I try to arrest a black male. So you're on desk duty. I'm in charge of the doggy side now. It's on my case.
Does that. I ate the soup, and I smiled at the person serving it to me. Are you suggesting that doing this makes me a bad person? D. Doggy side. Would you smile politely while eating insect dogs, if there were absolutely no other option, in order to placate the local chieftains of a distant and exotic locale that you had vacation to? Psychologist. C. As I have said, if I were in an area where it is culturally appropriate and where there are no other options, then I would consider eating insect dogs. I would try any new food so long as I could be certain that the food would not harm me or kill me. I do not support the idea of eating insect dogs, but I understand that sometimes it is difficult to support your beliefs in the face of cultural differences. Do you consider it possible to compromise your beliefs in order to respect those of others? That one group of people can exert its powers over others, and so they can stay in charge. An action which is done, in order to, something is an action done with a purpose. Methods we have for
Waggly tail, how much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that dog is for sale. I must take a trip to California.
In many ways, they're just like you and me. Except I'm a loser and fell to get a little wife from blind. I'm just a narrator of a story.
Alright, Rivera. I've had enough of your bullshit. You're getting to do the doggy case. I'm out there trying to arrest George Floyd. I'm gonna go to prison the next time I try to arrest a black male. So you're on desk duty. I'm in charge of the doggy